Hello and welcome to another episode of Kwesi's Corner with me, Kwesi. Today we are going to be talking about the little brother of the TD-17KV-X in form of the TD-17K-L, which is by Roland, by the way. And we're going to see a bit more of this up next with some first thoughts about this. We're going to continue that first thoughts thing because we're going to go more in depth about this later. But first thoughts. Alright, so here we have the Roland TD-17K-L series kit of the three, because there's three. You may have seen earlier the TD-17KV-X, then there's this TD-17KV, and then the TD-17KL. This is the KL, so it's the third one. But it has a hell of a lot of features on here, just like the TD-17 that you can benefit from. So as well as the TD-17L sound module, the snares are PDX8, the toms are rubber. So the PDX8 is an 8-inch pad, the toms are rubber PD8As, there's 3 of them. The hi-hat is a CY5, so it's static, it's not like the one that you can move. And then that comes with the hi-hat control pedal, which is the FD9, and then the crashes come in form of CY8 and in both the crash and the ride. The kick comes in form of a KD10, which is the upgraded one, and then you got the MDS 4V stand. So all in all, quite a significant upgrade from the 11, whether it's the lowest one of the 17s or not. In terms of the brain alone and its capabilities, it's quite impressive. Like I said, as opposed to the previous video that we did with the KVX, this is a little lower down in price bracket, and that's not a bad thing. It just makes it more affordable. There are certain couple of features that you will not be having access to, but it's affordable, and it comes in at a really, really, really good price point. So I've had a little bash around, first impressions, or to get some first impressions, should I say, and I've been very impressed with what I've seen as well. It's not the KVX, but it's not far off, you know. And remember, a lot of these bits are interchangeable. So if you did want to upgrade certain aspects of this kit, like a ride, or you wanted to add change the module eventually, etc., you can actually do that in time. But from what I found, the rubber pads are just as responsive as I would expect, nice and bouncy. Would have liked if they were a bit softer. they are quite I'm a rubber pad, but you know, all in all, a really solid entry. Again, this is the direct upgrade to the TD-11, so you're getting, you know, essentially the same frame, the same cymbals, I would say, but the sounds that you're getting from the module and the capabilities of the of the kit in terms of what you can produce and the way it responds to the pads is greatly increased. And I say that because obviously I've had to demo the TD-11 quite a few times for customers. I have students that I teach on the TD-11 as well, and it's not a latency issue, it's just more the realism of the sounds. So with that, the realism of the sounds has been a slight issue, and I thought, okay, it's not as good as the TD-15, it's not as good as the TD-25, and there's obviously a big gap between them. So the TD-17 has significantly closed that gap, as the TD-11's on the way out. Obviously, you've got a number of uses on here, and a number of aspects that you didn't have on the TD-11, such as the ambience, bass, treble, and volume, which is present on the KVX and the KV models. You can also assign sounds to different aspects of the kit, which you can do, or you could do with it with TD-11, but this is a bit more. It's just a bit more. So you're going to see a bit of that up next. Okay, so what we've got here is the kit. I'm going to go from here to 51 drum kit, bang. Then we're going to go to assign, bang. I'll make something really weird. So you can allocate anything to anything. So I'm going to allocate this snare right here. There's a bit of tape on it, virtual tape. I want to sound something a bit different to the kick. Beast. Soft beater, resonance, close mic. So you got that bit of impact. Hats that I can rely on. I don't want anything with too much on it. Alright, then I'm going to put the muffling on it. Bit decay, because it's synthetic, so it's decay now. And 17. Woohoo! 30-inch crash. What are you saying? Then we're going to go to this, and we're going to make that a 40-inch crash. Beast. As I mentioned before, there is no Bluetooth with this particular brain, but we have some very cool aspects in the form of cross-sticking. We still got the coach, we still got a couple of songs on there, and quite a few you can download via the USB. And you've got this really cool mobile phone holder, so if you put your phone here on the actual module itself, you can plug it in and play your tracks through the module. Like I said, I had a little go on it, had a little smash, tried it out, it was fun, intuitive, very easy to control. Again, with this particular module, it's a very simple interface right here. So for someone like me, bit of a technophobe, if I'm honest, you know, I can mess around with this stuff and not worry about, okay, I'm getting lost here. It's pretty straightforward. You know, on top of that, you can put your own user samples on here and assign your own user samples, which is great. I don't believe you could do that with the TD-11. I look at this and I think production tool. You know, I don't particularly look at this and think, okay, live kit, or I can go out and do some really cool gigs. No, just production tool. And I think I'm quite tempted into upgrading. Alright, so all in all, a very interesting take on the TD-17 and a very solid entry into, again, the world of mid-range kits, namely of the electronic nature. I think this would be a great addition to their already illustrious squad of electronic kits, that being Roland, and people who can really take advantage of the advanced features that this offers, as opposed to the TD-11s, TD-9s, etc. that came before it. This is a natural progression. They've gotten rid of certain bits that are not necessary. They've improved certain bits of the hardware as well as obviously the brain. So all in all, you know, they have thought about the customer. They've brought that to the table, and they've thought, how can we move forward? Basically, it's very, very impressive, and hats off to Roland for producing another solid electronic kit at a really good price point for those who are wanting to either, you know, upgrade what they have in terms of what they have electronically, or want to go into the world of electronics. You have a very sound option here in form of the TD-K-L, saving yourself some money and benefiting from the power that is Roland. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, please do like, subscribe, let us know what you think. Do you prefer this to the KVX? Do you prefer the simpler features that this has to offer? Is this out your price point? Are you looking for something a bit cheaper than this? Whatever. Let us know. And the features that I've shown you on here, or the basic features, should I say, have they been helpful to you? Do you see yourself using that, whether it be production or live in some sort of setting? Please do let us know. Take care.